Hey guys, Rich Pizzi, your YouTube vlogger and creator. Have you guys ever thought about starting a YouTube podcast? Well, I got an email a couple days ago and I wanted to do a video about this, and I just happened to gather up a little information. Hopefully this is not going to take too long, this video. It's just to throw it out there, give you guys a little, an idea. Hey, maybe I might want to check into it there, So without further ado, let's go into this here. I'm going to minimize my screen. And what really triggered it off was this morning I opened up my email, which I try to do on a daily basis, but this one here was sent to me a couple days ago. I know, guys, for those who probably say, hey, you're slacking off. Not really. But anyway, this came April 6, 2023, and it says easily create a podcast in studio. Okay, I'm going to read a little into this. I got a couple windows open up. I'm going to drop all the links in there so you guys can read this at your own leisure. I'm not going to keep this video too long for the simple reason I just want to throw the information out there, and hopefully you guys are going to take away from it, give you a little food for thought. Maybe you might say, hey, you know what? Maybe I will look into starting a podcast, okay? So that's why I'm doing this video. So I hope you guys will get a takeaway from it. And I hope you like my videos. If you checked any of my other videos, that if you do, please don't forget that subscribe button, like, comment, and share. And if you want to be updated when I post that new videos, please hit that bell notification icon. Okay, so it goes on to say here, easily create new podcasts or set an existing playlist as a podcast to be eligible for discovery features across YouTube. Plus, measures the performance of your podcast with the new podcast analytics. And then it says hit the get started button. We're going to get that in a second because it hyperlinks you to another window. As you can see over here, I'm just going to read a little of this here, and then we're going to jump to the other window. It says reach a wider podcast audience, create a new podcast. I'm just going to read the highlights here. Already have a podcast playlist, and then it says track your performance with podcast analytics. You could pause the video and you could read the rest of this here. I'm not going to give you a link to this because it's the link to my personal email address. So we'll leave it at that right now. Okay? All right. So when you hit the button to get started, you might get something like this here. It's going to say create a podcast in YouTube Studio. It's a video, and I highly recommend you play the video, especially if you're interested in starting a podcast channel. Okay? So check it out. Here's some of the highlights over here. I'm just going to read a little and see. It says podcast creators are eligible for the following perks: inclusion in your YouTube music, podcast badges on your watch and playlist pages, a spotlight on the youtube.com podcast to attract new listeners, official search cards, easily discover from the watch page to help listeners to find your episodes, recommendations to new listeners with similar interest, improved search features to help your audience find your podcast. Okay, and again, I'm going to give you the link to this here so you don't have to worry about it. You could pause the video if you want to just read it like this, but there are other hyperlinks in there that you need to. That's what I'm telling you. You're going to have to go here, but don't worry, I'm going to drop the link in there so you could do that because these are all active hyperlinks, and you might want to go through each one. Like for example, this one here: create a new podcast on YouTube Studio, add videos to your podcast, set an existing playlist as a podcast, right? Name your podcast, remove podcast features from playlist, reorder episodes within your podcast here, and then it goes on to say measure your podcast performance on YouTube. Okay, so you're going to get the link for this, so don't worry about it. And then this one over here, again, this is from the YouTube creators, and I'm going to go over here for a second. Let me refresh the screen just to see if anything's updated. This one here, it says podcasting on YouTube. YouTube is one of the most popular platforms for podcasting with a vast global audience of over 2 billion active users. Podcasts on YouTube help creators expand their reach and build their community while providing monetization opportunities. And in case anyone's wondering, creators pictured clockwise. Top is Nick Vial, Jay Shetty, and Jay Williams. Okay? All right. And then again, it'll say why YouTube, and you can read it here. Again, you could go to the link. It'll say reach, monetization, audio analytics, right? And then you can read this here. On YouTube, it feels like I'm talking to you, talking with you, not at you. I'm addressing you one-on-one. You're not a fly on a wall, which is how it might feel on other platforms. So, they got a lot of good information here. As you can see, increase your podcast reach with video. Okay. Really good stuff. I'm really considering it, and I can, do it. I already have a podcast with Anchor FM, but this is for YouTube, so I'm gonna probably give it a shot. To be most honestly with you guys, I'll probably start another channel with it, So we'll see where that goes. This one here is from The Verge, and I'm just gonna throw a little, segue out there. It's www.theverge.com. Again, I will drop the link, so you don't have to worry about that. And as you can see here, it says YouTube creators are turning their site into a podcast network, and they're launching secondary channels to do so. Okay. Now, this story came out September 9, 2019, so this is old information, but good information. Then it goes on to say YouTube might not be the first platform people think of when they're looking for a podcast, but a growing number of top creators are proving YouTube is a bona fide podcast network. Now, here it goes on to say there are several YouTubers, including Paul Logan, Marquise Brown Lee, and Emma Chamberlain, have launched their podcast in the last year. Then it goes on to say they're all available through the traditional audio platforms like Apple Podcasts and Spotify, but many also offer video versions that live on dedicated YouTube channels where they become incredibly popular. Okay. Again, you can read all this at your leisure. A lot of good information here. And I got one more page I'm going to share with you guys. Okay, and here's another video. Okay, I'm going to leave this one open because I just came across this website here, and I want to read a little more into it. So we'll check that out. I'll leave that there for now. I already gave you URL. And last but not least is this one here. This one is from Podcast Business Journal. It says how YouTubers use podcasts to grow brands. And then again, let me give you the URL. It's www.podcastbusinessjournal.com. Okay. So then it goes on to say The Verge is reporting that the famous YouTubers such as Logan Paul, just what we read, Marcus Brown Lee, and Emma Chamberlain have all launched podcasts in the last year. They're also doing something very unique that helps push them out and grow their brand. Now, if you guys are into brand deals or whatever, trying to get a brand deal going, you might want to consider starting a podcast. Plain and simple. I mean, that's why I'm sharing this information with you guys. And I hope you'll get a takeaway from it. And I hope some of you guys out there, guys and gals, will check it out. It seems like there's a lot of people starting podcasts, I have a podcast. I'll show you really quick over here. It's one Anchor. Let's go over here real quick. It's nothing fantastic, but it's okay. For me, it's all right. I mean, I got to log in over here, the new episode. We're going to do a new episode here. I want to go to the home. I'm sorry, guys. I should have this open already. Here it is right here. I don't have much. I mean, I have, so far it was only 424 plays, right? Then it's got 20 here, whatever. YouTube Shorts can help grow your channel. So this is what I have right now. I only did 19 episodes, all right? But it's a start, you know what I'm saying? And, it's not like a Joe Rogan, podcast, but it's a start, So it's going to take time. And what's nice about Anchor is they basically do the same thing. You could share it. Look, over here, for example, right? This is me, Richard JPC, available on Spotify and 5 other platforms. If you click it on here, you'll get this here, these links here, these hyperlinks, and these are the other ones that's on for I understand, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Overcast, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, Castbox, Pocket Cast, and Radio Public, and Stitcher. Okay, so these are what it's on. Like I said again, and this is the analytics. You can look at it. I know Spotify follows only one, but again, I don't really have been contributing too long. But you could see, like I said, you could graph it up there. It's nothing to write home about, but who knows? Maybe YouTube may be better. I don't know. You got to check it out for yourselves. But that's with the Anchor. So if you guys are interested in that, if you want to start, a podcast on Anchor, I will drop the link for this as well, and you can check it out. Okay. All right. Now that's basically all I have. Matter of fact, let me just make this bigger here, guys. Let me just make this bigger. Okay. All right. I don't have a fancy, elaborate setup over here, folks. If you look over here, let me just move this over here. If you look over here, this is what I have right here. Nothing fancy. My Blue Yeti mic, Sony headphones, and my computer here, my regular desktop. I got my laptop over there. Nothing fancy. I don't have fancy stuff here, folks. But the thing is, when it comes to starting a podcast, you want to make it look good and sound good. And I would recommend that if you're going to, freeze frame there. If you're going to, start a podcast, try to get yourself a decent webcam. You don't have to go crazy, or if you have a DSLR camera, that's totally up to you. As you can see here, I'm using a Blue Yeti mic, and that's basically it. Got myself a set of headphones. Actually, I picked this up at my local thrift store, these Sony ones here. Got them for a decent price. They're good, tested, they're working really great right now. They're connected to my Blue Yeti mic, and you got the little volume over here where you could turn them out loud. We don't want too loud, but they work great. And this Blue Yeti mic, like I said, it's been really good. Let's go over here. Let's get a bit of different picture here. Let's see if we get a different camera. I have different cameras over here. Yeah, different angles. It's another thing too with my YouTube channel. I always like to talk about this with other to other viewers out there that I haven't had a question on it, but there may be people out there asking, what's with all the cameras, with all the different camera views? As you can see, I can do a split screen here, right? All four. The reason why I have it, folks, to be truthfully honest with you, let me get back to the other one here. Yeah, a little delay there. I think it's because they're switching unit. Plus, I got all this stuff running in the background. I like to shoot at different angles. These are all, just in case anyone's wondering, what I have here as far as webcams. I'm not using any DSLR cameras, just to let you know. I have two Logitech C920s. One I have is a Logitech C930E, and the one I'm recording with right now, this one here, is a Logitech Brio. Now, you guys don't have to spend a lot of money on these things. I mean, if you add them all up, you're probably talking a few $100s right here. Just this one alone, the Logitech Brio, is over $200. So maybe between all of them, maybe $500-600. But you don't have to go that route. The Logitech C920s, I just seen them at Walmart. Sent me an advertisement. You could get, I think, for $59 or $49, something like that. They're not super expensive, but they are good. They do 1080p. So that's pretty good. The Logitech Brio over here does 4K. But when you're starting out, you don't have to buy expensive equipment, folks. In regards to this Blue Yeti mic, I got this as a gift. I was going to buy my own. These roughly run about $150, $170, something like that. It depends. They got different models, different brands out there. You don't have to specifically buy a Blue Yeti mic, But you get something economical. When I first started out on YouTube back in 2013, I was using what you call a lap tech. It was a stick mic, a stick mic. If I have a picture, I'll throw it up there, show what I'm talking about. And just a webcam. I was using an HP webcam that now I put up for sale on eBay because I traded it up for the Logitech webcam. So, and that's basically it. And if you don't want to spend the money on a webcam, I have an iPhone 5S that I used a while back. Now I use that as a webcam as well. But an iPhone 5.8, whatever, a 5S. I have an iPhone 8 here. This is what I use to do my YouTube shorts right here. You could start up with something like that. You don't have to go crazy buying expensive stuff. And if you do want to go with a DSLR camera, again, you don't have to go really crazy with it. You could pick one up probably for under $100, depending the brand, the make, the model, so on and so forth, But as far as the microphones, I seen them a lot cheaper. Shop around, go on eBay, do some shopping on eBay. Matter of fact, I have a thing right now on eBay. It's a Cyber Acoustics microphone, really good, tested out, works great. I'm also selling the Cyber Acoustic headset, so if anybody's interested in that, matter of fact, I can show you what I'm talking about. Being we're talking about this here, it might be a good start. This one here is in pretty good condition. Like I said, I picked it up. It's like brand new. If you guys are interested, the hat I'm wearing, that does not go with it, just to let you guys know. But it comes with the Cyber Acoustic. I printed out the manual, a little user guide with a little information on it. It comes with the USB cord. That's for the microphone. Microphone's really great condition. I tested it out. It works really great. Here you have a headphone set here where you're going to plug a headphone in there, and this is where you're going to plug in your cord that goes into your computer. Okay, and I printed out the owner's guide there. I always try to help people out, and this is the Cyber Acoustic headset. I figure I'd pack it in and make it, let me go back over here. Was this one? I missed one. I figure I'd pack it in as a, like a combo package there, you know. They've been tested too. They work good. The only thing I will say with this here, these both have the dials on here. On one of the dials, because maybe it's been sitting around in the storage area, sometimes you get a little static when you're turning them on. But like I said, folks, with the stuff, if you do buy from me, I know it's kind of like going off key here. I do offer a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you're never stuck with anything that you buy from me. And the other thing I will encourage you really quick before I end this video, if you do see anything you like here, this is going for $59. I dropped the price down here, guys. You can still make an offer. If you do make an offer, keep it reasonable, because I really would like to try to get something close to what I'm selling there, to be honest with you. You have nothing to worry about. All the return shipping I pay for, so you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. You know what I'm saying? You could try it out, and hopefully, I hope you'll love it. I tested it out here. I would have kept that, to be honest with you. If I didn't get this as a gift, the one I got now, the Blue Yeti, I would have kept this little guy here. It really works good. And again, like I said, the headset is really nice as well. Okay? All right. And this is, if you're looking me up, if you're going to look me up just really quick, in case you can't find it, it's shop-rjpacini-4-great-deals. Okay? All right. Let me make myself bigger over here, and we are going to close this video out. All right, that's all I have for you right now, folks. Check out, if you want to, you're interested in podcasting, I definitely recommend you check it out. Again, what do you got to lose? A little time. If you're going to start a YouTube channel, if you didn't already start one, maybe this will give you a little insight to, hey, instead of just starting a generic, YouTube channel, maybe you might want to do it with a podcast. Like me, if I do go this route with the podcast, I don't know, I might call it Rich Pacini's Podcast Hour or whatever it is. Some name. You guys could drum up your own name. You know what you want to do with it. Check it out. It can't hurt. It can only help. I like to share things. I like to share information with people that hit my YouTube channel. As I said in my other ones, I'm not here to hinder you guys. I'm here to help. That's what my YouTube channel is all about, to help inspire and share. And when I created this channel 10 years ago, back in 2013, that's what it was all about. I mean, I got my first start with it at that time, doing demo videos, sneak peek videos, and intro videos, and then eventually branched off into the reseller news, Let's Talk eBay, and then I started incorporating Vlogger in there. But I don't want to throw too many things into the mix, so I may just start another YouTube channel just as a test channel, doing podcasting on YouTube. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm going to close this out, and as I always like to say in closing my video, if you are thinking about starting a YouTube channel, or in this particular case, a podcast, or you already have an established YouTube channel or a podcast, or thinking about starting a podcast, as I said earlier, I'm wishing you guys all the best of luck, the best of success. Don't give up on your dreams. Don't listen to the naysayers saying it can't be done, folks. If I could do it, you guys could do it. Okay? So please, never give up on your dreams. I will talk to you guys soon. Rich Pacini signing off. Bye-bye for now.